tonight on Si's Eyes on the Skies.
Temperatures. I'll have more for you next.
Plus, Anthony is in the studio with your national forecast. All that and more on this Tuesday, September 26th edition of Si's Eyes on the Skies starts right now.
It's Monday night on ISU TV, broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa. This is Si's Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest-running television program brings you the weather from around the country to the heart of Iowa. The ISU Meteorology Department team of forecasters keep you ahead of the storm. From Iowa's most trusted weather team, this is Si's Eyes on the Skies.
Welcome back to Si's Eyes. I'm now joined by Sara. What do you think for Thursday?
I don't know. It's a big game. Iowa State's probably going to lose again, but there's always hope. There's always hope.
Keep that up.
There is. But it looks like we're going to have some good weather for the game. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-70s throughout the week. And as you can see here, we did have some rain early this morning and yesterday, which definitely cleared up the drought throughout the state. Obviously, there is some severe drought still in the southern end of the state, in Ottumwa and Creston. However, here in Ames, it's getting significantly less. As I mentioned before, after that rain moved in, we aren't seeing much precipitation throughout the state. However, there is some cloud cover, which you probably noticed today. Garrett?
Thanks so much. And now it's time for tonight's weather story. 1950, much of the eastern, southeast, and southwestern Iowa had swept by strong windstorms as a squall line preceded a cold front. These storms did considerable damage to crops and property and injured 3 people. In Cedar Rapids, 17 aircraft were destroyed at the airport. And at Waterloo, wind gusts were up to around 90 miles an hour. Now we're going to turn to Anthony, which is going to be looking around the country. What are we looking at, Anthony?
Thanks, Garrett. There's a real battle for the temperatures out there in the country. Some of us are really warm and some of us are really chilly. You can see it's a cool 63 degrees here in Kansas City with that front draped across the country, while on the other hand, it's an 81-degree day in Cincinnati. I will let you know if that's going to continue and who's going to win out coming up.
Welcome back. Now we're joined by Anthony with a look at what's happening around the nation. What are we looking at, Anthony?
Thanks, Garrett. We're in for a really big roller coaster of temperatures out there today. You can see, let's go ahead down here to the southeast where it's an 89-degree day in Montgomery. It's 84 degrees in Atlanta, so really painting that picture of just a really warm day across the country. Whereas on the other side of a front that we're in right now, it's cool. 59 degrees in Cedar City, 60 degrees in Flagstaff. A little bit warmer down here as a steamy 86 degrees in Phoenix. Working its way up here to the northwest, it's 65 degrees in Missoula, 71 degrees in Boise. So a lot cooler. You're going to want those jackets out there as opposed to in the Midwest where you might be able to get away with the t-shirt and shorts. Let's check out our satellite and radar here with this big front, as I mentioned, that's draping across the country, bringing some storms down to Houston and portions of Texas where we don't need the rain anymore. They have had enough with Hurricane Harvey and other storms working their way in. Those clouds are going to push through, and as I mentioned, really nothing much going on in the way of severe weather. The country is just dealing with some storms down there in Texas, but up here in the north, just some general thunderstorms in Quebec, and not much going on in the way of like tornadoes or anything like that this time of year. Watches and warnings, just some flash flood watches down there in Texas near Dallas. Up near Denver, there's actually some winter weather advisories up here in portions of the mountains with lots of snow going on. And then some red flag warnings out here for low relative humidity and high winds. So burning is not recommended out there. Let's check out our GO 16 satellite, where not much is going on right here. A couple of days ago, we had Hurricane Maria in our shot, which we are getting to now with it being a tropical storm. It's no longer a hurricane, which was 74 miles per hour is the cutoff. It has gone below that at 70 miles an hour with an internal pressure of 974 millibars. So it's slowly weakening, and you can see it's going to kind of come off here in the ocean. Not a huge effect to the mainland coast of the United States, but just some heavy winds and high surf is to be expected. So let's go ahead and move forward here and check out our future cast. You can see that rain is going to be pushing its way across the country here at our timestamp at Wednesday at 6:30 a.m. So if you're going out in portions of Texas, you're going to want the jacket. Walking to class here around Iowa, you're probably going to be okay. Just some clouds, not much of a change in the way of rain. A little bit of a blip here near Chicago as far as the rain is concerned. Let's advance it here. That front is going to push its way east, so Ohio, you're going to get into some rain here. Indiana, southern Indiana, Kentucky, you guys should be on the lookout for some rain, while actually Tropical Storm Maria will be pushing its way off into the ocean, so nothing much to worry about out there. Thursday at 6:30 a.m., you can see those showers are moving in here towards Texas. Again, just bring the rain jacket out there and you'll be just fine. Let's go ahead and move it forward here to Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Same story, just that front kind of stalling out, pushing its way across the country. You're going to want the jacket, but there's a lot of portions of the country, actually like Ohio, you guys are going to be getting on some high pressure and staying really nice. Tomorrow, it's going to be an 82-degree day in Cincinnati, 80 degrees in Norfolk, 85 degrees in Miami, and that front's just hanging out here across the country with a lot cooler temperatures that are really going to be pushing their way across the country earlier in the week. Those are the temperatures that are going to be winning out, are those cool temperatures, so we might be in for fall for the rest of the week. Let's check out our Travel City forecast with Minneapolis, Minnesota. Guys, it's going to be a 65-degree day on Wednesday, 71 degrees on Thursday, and really nice for the rest of the week.
Back to you, Garrett.
Thanks. Now let's take a look at tonight's trivia question. On this date in 1950, people in the Northeast observed a blue sun and a blue moon. Why? Well, some of the answers what we could have is the A, obviously the atmosphere, B, excessive rainfall, C, forest fires, or straight up D, an alien invasion, because that just makes the most amount of sense to me. Well, we'll have a look at the answer coming up right now. Let's have a look at the week ahead with Sara.
The week started out with rainy temperatures and rainy conditions and colder temperatures, but will it continue throughout the week? I'll have more for you next. Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Sara Foernssler, and as I mentioned before, we are looking at pretty clear conditions across Iowa today. As I mentioned before, there is some cloud cover which will continue throughout the evening and into tomorrow. Currently in Ames, it is a cool 65 degrees, mostly sunny skies. As the clouds break through, the sun will show, and the winds are coming out from the northwest at 5 miles per hour. The dew point is 55 degrees currently. As I mentioned before, there isn't much rain moving across. There is a small system down in Des Moines, but it doesn't look like it will impact us that much throughout. And across the state, it is clear conditions, as I mentioned before. As you probably noticed, we did have some heavy rainfall yesterday. In Johnston, Iowa, we had 3.67 inches, which does seem to be the high in Iowa. Here in Ames, we had a little bit less of an inch, and throughout other parts of the state, we're looking anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Currently outside in Iowa, it is 65 degrees here in Ames, a little bit warmer in Burlington at 73, and cooler in the northwest in Spencer at 59 degrees, but pretty uniform temperatures across the state and fall temperatures as we see. In the Midwest here, as Anthony mentioned before, the nation is pretty divided. Over in Illinois and Indiana, we are seeing warmer temperatures, and here in Iowa and to the west, we're seeing much cooler fall temperatures at this time of the year. It is 65 here in Des Moines, and out in Rapid City, it is 63, Bismarck at 58, but down in Chicago, it is still at 88 degrees, much warmer temperatures than we are here seeing. Taking a look at ahead, we are just mainly seeing some cloud cover throughout the next couple days. However, there will be breaks of sunshine in the conditions. Again, similar temperatures in the mid to low 70s with clouds covering. As I mentioned before, moving into Wednesday into tomorrow, the clouds will break up and the sun will break through. Much better conditions than we were seeing today. And as we move into Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon, we are looking at mostly sunny skies with pretty clear temperatures. Again, the rainfall that we did see at the beginning of this week will be pretty much ending throughout. We aren't expected to see any rainfall across Iowa, even though there are some small systems developing. The lows that we are going to see is 45 here in Ames, 43 in Spencer, slightly warmer in 48 in Creston, and 47 in Burlington. So again, mid to upper 40s are the lows that we will be seeing throughout. Tonight, it'll be partly cloudy, as I mentioned before, but that will be clearing up into tomorrow. It'll be pretty quiet with no systems moving in and no rainfall. And again, it'll be a low of about 46 degrees with slight winds from the northwest at 6 to 8 miles per hour. The highs for tomorrow, we are seeing similar temperatures as we saw today. It'll be 69 here in Ames, slightly warmer in Spencer at 70 degrees, and pretty much the same in Davenport at 70 degrees. So pretty uniform temperatures across the state. Tomorrow, as I mentioned before, it'll be mostly sunny. The clouds will break up tonight, and there will be slight winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Taking a look at the week ahead, we will start to warm up slightly throughout the week, as today was 58, and tomorrow will be 69. It will warm up into the 70s over the weekend with a slight chance of showers on Thursday and Sunday.
Now let's take a look back at tonight's trivia question. On this day in 1950, people in Northwest observed a blue sun and a blue moon. Why? Well, we got the atmosphere, excessive rainfall, forest fires, or obviously an alien invasion. Now, I kind of would go for the alien invasion on that one because it makes the most logical sense to me.
That seems, yeah, pretty logical. Since we're weather people, I might go with the atmosphere.
The atmosphere, you think? What do you think, Sarah?
Honestly, the alien invasion would be the best story, but I'm thinking forest fires, and it looks like our fans here thought the same, with 56% of them.
And we all know our Size Eyes fans are so loyal.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much right all the time.
And they're pretty much.
I'm thinking it's going to be
So
C
if we can
here.
get this to flop on over to our answer.
Here we go.
And you guessed it, it is forest fires. There was a forest fire in British Columbia, Canada. And we got to remember that one. British Columbia, Canada, that allowed that smoke to kind of move in the northwest, and they got to see a pretty cool moon and sun that I would have loved to see, and that would be pretty
Wow.
cool.
Yeah. They're not going to be wanting to do any burning out in California. There's some red flag warnings out there with low humidity.
I think they'll see
As I
some blue
mentioned.
suns over here if that happens.
What's that?
If they burn anything, can we see blue sun over here?
Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe an alien invasion over here.
Hopefully. So I guess that will conclude tonight's show. Please be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And you can find every show on YouTube under Size Eyes channel. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Thursday. Damn it.
It was better, because
It
I had
was-
to click like twice sometimes.
I had to click like 3 times.